Good day everyone, and welcome to today's video. And today we have a subscriber request sent in by MattCoast, one of my new subscribers. And today he's been taking out one of my favourite planes of the Italian tech tree, the MC205 Series 3. Now, when I spaded this thing, I believe it was 3.7, and this thing was absolutely godlike. It climbed, it dived, it turned, it had the firepower, it was awesome. It honestly was. Nowadays at 4.0, I haven't really flown it, but I'm sure she does just fine. So MattCoast is under the name. One second, just go quickly check my YouTube comments, and I should really write a script, shouldn't I? But Matti Renico. And well, he sent this one in a couple of days ago, so I did say to him I'll get it out within 2 to 3 weeks. It's been 3, roughly, since he sent it in. And yeah, I do like the 205. Obviously, he has a pretty good game himself. He gets multiple kills within just a matter of seconds. And then he has an encounter with what can only be described as a Rabies Halifax. We'll go into more description about that, but obviously I covered the history of the 20 series when I did the 202 flight, pretty much. The Series 3 of this plane was obviously an attempt to upgun the 205, because the Series 1 only had two 7.7s and two 50 cals. This has two 50 cals and two 20mm cannons. Then obviously as you went down the Italian tree, you had the Sotta Series 0, which trades a cannon for more 50 cal. You had the G55 Series 1, which trades, well, you trade out to two machine guns for an extra two cannons. The 205N2, which basically has the same armament, just a bit more cannon. And obviously G14, G56, etc. But yeah, this is a very good aircraft in the right hands, and well, MattCoast is going to show us today. I'm just going to go on MattCoast because it's easier. He's going to show us today exactly what this thing could do, so let's jump right in. Did have to go looking then, I couldn't remember the name of it, but I remember he put it as spaghetti something, so. And then I saw the name MattCoast, obviously, yeah. This is quite a short battle, but it was a bloody good battle to watch, let's just say that. But when I was watching this for the first time, I was just a bit curious as to why MattCoast didn't do something specific. Obviously, whenever I get sent a subscriber replay, I tend to look at the player's stats, and well, I'm pretty impressed with MattCoast's stats. However, I would appreciate if you started spading more, mate. If you don't know what I mean by spading, it basically means these elite units things. Would appreciate if you did a bit more spading. But other than that, got no quarrels with you. I mean, you're a good pilot, and you're about to show it. Bit of a lucky bastard, because if I had this kind of game, I'd love it, and I would be laughing my arse off. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't get these kinds of games very often. Apparently, you get them quite a lot, which is quite interesting. The first time I actually saw MattCoast submit a replay to someone was Jumonkey. Great guy, by the way. If you don't know who he is, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. Great guy, tell him I said hi. He sometimes gives me a shout out as well. So, I'll return the favour. MattCoast was flying the I-180S. I still need to get the talisman done on mine, to be honest. But yeah, me and Jumonkey, I've been subscribed to Jumonkey for about 2 years now. Well, my first replay sent to him was my Matilda replay that I had. That was a lot of fun. But I was also very, very lucky. If you haven't seen that battle, again, I will link it in the description below. But as you can imagine, I'm really enjoying some of these subscriber replays that get sent to me, because I like the fact that my community is growing. And it's just, it gives me a chance to look at someone else, see what they do, maybe give them some advice. And well, MattCoast, I do have to say, and I swear to God, Facebook, I closed you down. As I was saying, I could have sworn I closed Facebook down, but clearly not. I really had well, I don't really have any advice to give to MattCoast because, well, he did everything correctly. Let's just say that. He did everything that you should in this plane. The one thing I was looking over his aircraft, and I noticed a couple of decals on it. Obviously, this kill mark right here. But like I said, when I first watched his I Will ADS replay sent to Monkey, that was a pretty good battle. But as I was saying, he did have a pretty decent game. There was a guy in chat, this 111, moaning about people, going on about people stealing bases. Mate, I have it all the time. But he dove in like a retard, and well, he just got killed by that Yak 3, so that's the end of him. He was useful to the team, wasn't he? Obviously, MattCoast does have two 264s in this game. You're carrying the 4-1 tonners, good lad. He's obviously spading that. But coming up is where MattCoast is going to get stuck into the action. Obviously, there was a bit of dead zone, so I thought I'd blabber throughout that just to get rid of it. Really, just ignore it. And well, he was obviously pointing out several targets, and apparently that's chat spamming. Yet, guys shouldn't let people spam radio commands, and yet when you do it, it doesn't allow. Like, fuck off. Oh dear, Gaijin. You really need to fix your bloody radio commands bullshit, because if I can't chat spam, how come other people can? And even then, I don't need to chat spam. Okay, so he's going up for this P63 King Cobra here. And well, it's quite clear that this King Cobra has the situational awareness of a dead sparrow. And yeah, that didn't really end well for him. First kill for Matt. Now obviously there's a lot of enemy planes low. And well, he's going to get stuck in. Obviously, most of the enemy fighters are on the deck, so to be honest, I'd have done the same thing. But there you can see he's got 3 targets in front of him. A Corsair, a P-51 and a Spitfire. Obviously MattCoast is coming in to help this poor 109 who should have brought some lube. And yeah. First of all, deal the Corsair. Second kill. Keeps his speed up how he should. I like this guy's name here, this P-51. Cat ate my chair. If I had a cat on my chair and it ate it, it'd be necked. Third kill. Fourth kill. Not very often you get away with something like that. He's got 4 targets in about 40 to 50 seconds there, which I would be well happy about. And as you will see there in the chat, Matt was especially happy. Obviously, blew up the P-51, blew up the Spitfire, blew up the King Cobra, and yeah. So that was a good run there. I will say that for certain. And you can see now why I like the 205 Series 3. Yes, you got 20mm cannons on the 202 EC, but it made the plane handle like shit for some reason. I have no idea why. Gun pods on that thing were not very heavy. But if you're going to spade the 205 Series 3, you might want to rush down the 20mm cannon line. So well, I normally tend to get 12.7s, then radiator, then compressor, then I get a 20mm upgrade. Always run air targets, they're the best. Okay, so now I'm going to what I'm going to do here is I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So there's a 264 up there dealing with a XP55 Ascender. But here is where the Rabies starts. As you can see, this Halifax Mark III is going fighter mode on MattCoast. I have never seen this before. The front gunner there, the front Nigel, took a pot shot at him, but as you can see, this Halifax is going into all kinds of maneuvers to get back on MattCoast's tail. Let's just say I've never seen anything like this. I mean, he hasn't even dropped his bombs. So what is he doing? Let's have a look. Yeah, I thought this was the case. See, look, he's playing it as a fighter. You really don't have a life, do you, buddy? But I mean, I respect the Halifax, I do. But flying it like this, no. Now, one thing I wasn't fully certain about was why didn't MattCoast go to a split S and then come up from above or under the Halifax where it's got no armament? This is really my only point of advice, and even then it's not even advice, it's just a question, really. Because what I would have done in this situation, instead of climbing away like he is, I'd have done a split S, because the 205 can easily do that by the time the Halifax comes up, and just shredded him. Because the 20mm will rip a Halifax to pieces. And obviously now the Halifax has got bored because the 205 is actually outrunning him now. And well, it's quite clear that this Groovy Zillion does this a lot because he's now going to try and go for that 110 down there. I just don't know why. I mean, you've dropped your bombs, you've not helped your team. You're playing fighter in a plane that shouldn't even be playing fighter. In some bombers, you can play fighter. For example, D5 Stuka. And yeah, but don't worry, MattCoast is going to take this opportunity whilst this retard is being who he is. And he's about to cut the Halifax in two. And there we go. And that is MattCoast's 5th and final kill of the game. Perfectly earned ace and a well-earned ace. So thank you for sending this one in, pal. Obviously I've been seeing you a lot in my comments section, especially when you're blitzing through old videos. Like, saw one the other day, or a couple of days ago in fact, on Dark Angel's T3457 replay, which he sent to me on the 1st of, well I did that on the 1st of January. But yeah, thank you for sending this one in, mate. I'm always happy to take replays, as I always say. If you've got any replays you want to send to me, link in the description below to the email address. Well, just copy the email address really, or just type it out. And then obviously, bit of description in the email, title of it, and I'll get around to doing it. Same goes for cheater replays and scumbag replays, so that means like team killers and stuff. Yeah, do send me those in because I'm always happy to feature those sorts of people. Obviously, cheaters especially. If someone sends to me a cheater and a scumbag, the cheater's going out first, no question. But yeah, so thank you to MattCoast. Obviously, I'll leave a link to Joe Monkey's channel in the description below. Great guy, tell him I said hi. And then obviously I'll leave a link to the Matilda battle as well. So anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. If you've got any replays, do send them in. I always love watching replays. And I'll get them out as soon as possible within 2 to 3 weeks. Approximately. I may even get it out earlier, it just depends. Anyway, see you all on the next one.